All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and the 1/3. And Lord's will this lesson will be edifying, exhorting, and comforting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach. And Tawada Yah Bashem Ashai Bashem Rakakwadash for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, we don't need Jake's approval. All right. And pretty much I'm just out in Babylon right now and I got some downtime. And, I want to do a lesson. We're always thinking about the work, scriptures, daily edification, Yahweh Shai returning. So a lot of times I just write down thoughts that come to my mind. And, we just press the button. Like Elder Apostle Ramlab says, hit the button, And I got two in particular precepts that come to my mind. And let me get Galatians, the first chapter, which Christians don't even know the history about the Galatians, the region of Galatians, who the letter of Galatians was to. But that's for another lesson. But before I get this, let me just read this verse of the day. All right, this is verse of the day, Psalms 51:12. It says, restore unto me the joy of thy salvation. So us in this in particular situation that we are in as the hopeful elect, okay, we truly are separated from majority of our people being inspired by prophecy and prophesizing, okay, Yahweh Shai, because I'm thinking about the scripture where it says Yahweh Shai is the testimony of prophecy. So when we have that spirit bestowed upon us, it separates us from our people because our people are in a low condition. They have a low mindset. They have fleshly thoughts. They're here for the here and now. And they don't, it reminds me of that movie, what is that? A Menace to Society. He's like, ain't nobody trying to hear that, Sharif, But pretty much that is the spirit our people are in. So with the Lord, giving us this ability to serve him while in captivity, what it does is it isolates us from the rest of our people who have not been given the spirit to seek or to serve Yahweh Bashem Al Shai while he may be found. So ultimately, at the end of the day, we don't need Jake's approval. Okay, we don't need for Jake to grant us a hood pass. You know how Jake got that he took his fuck the black card, man. F black culture. We don't need Jake's approval. We don't need the black culture to accept us. We don't need the hood to give us validations. The Lord gonna burn up the hood, man. Okay? You don't need to put yourself in a box to be elevated by Jakes that have been born in vain. It says, restore unto me the joy of thy salvation. So the Lord restores us to the mindset of what's coming for us while we're in this dismal place with these people, knowing that you potentially created the planet that you're on, and then to be in captivity in it while watching Jake frolic around at times can be vexing, So we are being restored and reminded spiritual fringes keep us, okay? And that's the Rakak Wadash. It says, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Okay, so the Lord is upholding us. He's keeping us, all right? He's maintaining us. He's protecting us. You got to understand that there's a lot of things happening in the spirit realm that, can't be seen by the naked eye. This is why reading, rereading is very beneficial to our spirit and our spiritual mind, because we are encapsulated in this disgusting sinful flesh that weigheth down our spirit at times. So when we get restored and renewed, it's like a spiritual breath of fresh air. Thawadi Abba Shemal Shai, So now let's jump into this. Like I said, I just got downtime, So hey, I want to do a lesson. And Thawadi Abba Shemal Shai for putting it in my spirit to want to do a lesson, to feel the need to do a lesson. Jeremiah said, my bones can't contain it, So this Galatians 1:8, and it says, but though, let me go to 10 right here. Galatians 1:10, it says, for do I now persuade men or Yahweh? Or do I seek to please men? We ain't man pleasers around here, okay? We're not walking on eggshells around Jake. And really, Jake needs to be walking around on eggshells with us, okay? The new body of believers, even you sisters waking up, you better mind your P's and Q's, while listening and learning, all right? Matter of fact, let me get a precept on that. This is Ecclesiastes 5:1, okay? See, we're not here for Jake's approval, all right? We're here for the approval of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You got other camps that want Jake's approval. And it just comes to mind, it's nothing personal, but someone like Alazar. Alazar wants hood recognition. Alazar wants 2/3 niggers to at him and like his videos or fuck all that, man. Okay, excuse my, I'm getting a little excited, all right? But F all that. Okay, one thing that I despise more than Esau is niggerism, because we have now found out that we are gods. We have found out that we have a royal holy seed amongst us. We have found out who we are. Okay, so when we see Jake trimming their ways to seek love, it's disgusting. But that shows you that the Holy Spirit is not flowing through that man, because if it was, his actions and mindset would be completely different. Hence why the title for this lesson, we don't need Jake's approval. Okay? Jake right now is a piece of shit, man, because of the curses, because of captivity. But within captivity, we are rising up as that government that was put upon Yahushai's shoulders. This is what Yahushai was quoting to Nicodemus in John the 3rd chapter. He was quoting from the book of Isaiah, the 9th chapter. Okay? Now let me get this since I said it. Ecclesiastes 5:1, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh. What's the house? The camp, the lessons. Okay? Church calling out. We're calling out right now. Lift up thy voice and call out. So for the new believers that are coming in, understand what you are now partaking in and shh. Be more ready to hear, okay? Be more ready to hear, because you have now entered something royal, something holy. So we don't want no spiritual disruptions, all right? Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh, and be more ready to hear. See, we don't need Jake's approval, okay? Really, we're trying Jake's spirit to see if he's been approved by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, as we are checking ourselves daily, constantly, okay? See, we have a war that people don't know that we are fighting. And we are fighting in our mind and spirit to stay near to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But that access has only been granted by the bloodshed of Yahushai that allows us to be able to be found worthy in that day to be spared from the judgment coming. So we don't need approval of man. We don't need a 501c3. We don't need to trim our ways because sisters may be listening. Nah, this thing is for real. Okay? When the priest Samuel entered into that city, they said, do thou come peaceably. All right? We've been granted and given authority. So we are the authority here, but we don't take it in a malicious, niggerish, rude, carnal manner. All right? We are ambassadors of Hamashiach. You see? It says, then to give the sacrifice of fools. Right? A lot of time, Jake be giving the sacrifice of fools. Man, just be quiet and listen. Jake comes to camp, and we know they don't mean it, but Jake is still in that Gentile, wild olive, wild bull spirit. You got to watch that. You got to tame that. Okay? It says, for they consider not that they do evil. So our people don't even realize when they're doing evil. But this is why the Spirit will correct, will exhort, okay? And ultimately, at the end of the day, with all long suffering, because we endure all things for the elect's sake, you see? But at the end of the day, we're out here being moved to be fishers of men. But what men? The elect men. So we don't need Jake's approval. We don't need to niggerize this truth for a nigger, all right? We don't need to go to Acts 13 and say, yo, look, niggers in the Bible. Man, Jake needs to depart from black culture, that he will extend his lifespan by walking away from black culture and Big Mama. All right. So you got to understand that this truth is going to be raw. Wait a minute. What did Elder Pastor Har say years ago? He said, we giving you this truth, straight, no chaser, raw like sushi. Because you know what? If you got a problem with how lessons or the Spirit is delivering a message, then you're not ready for Jacob's trouble. Because you're going to get offended every single second. You're going to be offended by the smell, by the touch, by what you see and what you hear. Just like how the hopeful elect right now are vexed by hearing and seeing the wicked abominations that these people do. And I'm just quoting the precept in Peter's when it was referred to what just Lot was going through. And now we are going through that. So at the end of the day, as we're being living sacrifice, you think in our mind that we're looking here to please people? Now, we're not here to cause offenses, but we're not here also to please you, okay? We're not here to please Jake and get the hood's approval. Now, we're being sent with a message to tell you what's up, all right? Galatians 1:10, for do I now persuade men or Yahweh, or do I seek to please men? For if I yet pleased men, I should not be a servant of a Mashiach. Exactly. And this is why the Lord exhorted Jeremiah, because you got to understand the ancient prophets, they were amongst all Israel. Like right now, we're amongst Israel on YouTube, social media. But imagine being in this truth and we're all in Jerusalem, you know? We wouldn't make it, man. This is why Stephen said, I believe it was Stephen, but he said, or Yahweh Shai said, excuse me. But Stephen also said it too. But Yahweh Shai said, which of the prophets have your fathers not killed? Okay? So if we were to literally be amongst Jake, they would murder us. They would stone us because we're not here to get their approval. We're here to warn them. Okay? This is Jeremiah 1:17. Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them. So we got to speak to Jake. Okay? We got to tell you what's up. The hood ain't getting a pass from the judgment of the Lord. Tookie, Pookie, all that bullshit, all those names, they ain't not getting a pass from Yahweh Shemel Shai when the death angels come. I don't care, the hoodest nigga that you could think of is going to be baby shit when the Lord comes back. You know what I'm saying? So, that whole code and streets and hood, that shit ain't nothing, man. That's a snare, that's a trap, and that's a pass for wicked niggas to glorify themselves in their sin. And Esau encourages it too. It says, and speak unto them all that I command thee, be not dismayed at their faces. And immediately the first thing I thought about was a masculine nigger woman riding by, grilling us while we're at camp. And the Lord gonna smack that nasty, ugly ass expression off Jake's face. And that's what needs to happen. Okay? And the Lord gonna raise up Esau to beat Jake's ass. All right? And Jake needs they shit rocked. All right? That's a New York saying. You brothers might have your own, but here in New York, that's a saying. You need your shit rocked. And that's exactly what needs to happen. The pride, the arrogancy, the demons on them, the threats, the gun signs, the lifestyle, all that shit's gonna be stopped. That's why you don't need Jake's approval, man. Jake born in vain. What the hell you out here trying to impress Jake for? I'm just speaking in general. Like I said, it's just a thought that came to my mind from observing and watching and seeing, And it says, and be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. And this is why Barakatah Yahweh Shemel Shai, Luke 21, Yahweh Shai said, I've given you a mouth that your adversaries can't gainsay or resist, And we're not going to be confounded, It says, for behold, I have made thee this day a defense city. So we're a defense city. Defense against threats, bullets, knives, attacks, plots, mobs, tumults, insurrection. We're defensed. All right. That's why it says, Apostle Paul said, I am a defender of the gospel. Let me grab that real quick. It's fresh on my mind, but I believe it's Philippians 1:15. Let me see. 1:15. Quince. That's how you say it in Spanish for my northern brothers. Let me see right here. Is it 1:15? Nope. Let me see. I am a defense. Let me put I could just quote it. It's probably, is it something 1 and 15? Let me see. Let's put defender. Defender of. Let's see what pops up. I'll quote it. Okay, didn't it pop up? That's okay. Let me see. Defender of gospel. And now I want it. Okay, let me just see. I don't want to go on Google, because if I go, oh, there it is. 1 and 17. So y'all my witness. I thought I had it. I didn't know you can go on Google on this. Look at that, brothers. We just found something new. You can use Google in your KJV app. Look at that. The Wadi Abba Shema Shai. Philippians, I thought it was 15. It's 17. So excuse me. Well, it's right here. It says, for I know that, oh, there it is. Right here. It's, am I in the wrong chapter? What is happening? What is going on? I might be in the wrong chapter. Let me do this one more time. Excuse me. See, I should have just read it. Let me put defense of. It's something 1 and 17. Let me see. Philippians 1 and 17. It says, and many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. See, we're not here for Jake's approval. The Lord put a bold spirit on us. You remember in the world, there's certain Jakes used to be afraid of, certain so-called gang members, F all that, man. A nigga ride by camp, we put in curses on him. All right. It says, some indeed preach Hamashiach, even envy and strife. See, now you're about to make me go to it. Let me just click to see what this says. I hope the audio doesn't kick out. Yep, it says, but the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel. So we are here to defend, okay? We are here defending. So we're a defense city because we're under attack. We're under attack, man. This is why we need Yahweh Shai. It's why we need the mercy of Yahweh. It's why we need Ma'at Allah. It's why we need our guardian angels. It's why we need the Lord to make our enemies be at peace with us. So let me wrap this up. It says, for behold, I have made thee a defense city and an iron pillar and brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah. See, wicked niggas in high places, Diddy and shit. Against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. That's a whole bunch of meat right there, And it says, and they shall fight against thee. See, this is why we're in defense mode, because they're fighting. This is why we don't need their approval, because they're attacking. So don't be ashamed of the gospel. Don't be ashamed of Yahweh Shai. Don't be ashamed to tell a nigga woman she gonna get put to death, man. Don't be ashamed to tell a nigga, all right, and his little monsters, babies, that judgment is coming. 2/3 are going to be judged. And we're not ashamed to tell it, because the Lord has put it on our spirit to say it. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, saith the Lord, to deliver thee. So I just wanted to do that quick lesson, man. At the end of the day, man, Jake ain't shit, I just put it out there like that. All right. And you know what I mean, what I say. OK, you got a lot of our people that are really in a low condition, and the Lord just got to do away with them. So don't be dismayed. Don't be afraid. Don't be looking for their approval. I don't give a shit if you like my sneakers or not. They're comfortable. You remember that being little. All them Jake's a brand whore, making fun of you because you ain't got this, you ain't got that. We're going to see what them niggas going to look like in Jacob's trouble. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. All right. So I just want to do that quick lesson. I pray you are comforted, exhorted, and edified. I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem HaKakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.